You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk. Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you are listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know, it's extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. And to my newcomers, my new listeners, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. And to my veteran visionary dreamers, of course, thank you for continually supporting me and supporting the show. To my new listeners, this show is just about regular conversation, everyday life stuff that we face, we go through. And I just come on, I just pray about it before I come on. I just ask God, ask Spirit, like, what is it that us as a collective maybe might need some help, encouragement, inspiration, motivation on. And that's basically it, you know. Today's topic is, are you walking in fear or faith? And if you have been following the show, I've talked about fear and faith on a couple of occasions, but I was led to talk about it again today with all we have going on in the world. To my followers, my visionary dreamers, y'all know I don't own a TV. I don't do TV like that. I don't do media. Why? Because it instills fear in us that is not needed. And the reason why I say that it's not needed, yes, the news is good for information that you need to know, just to keep you aware on things. But let's think about this for 1 minute, okay? I don't know. I didn't have a chance because this just coming to mind on what year that the TV was actually invented, what year the radio was actually invented, okay? What year was the post office actually created? You know, I mean, I could just go on and on. The telephone, you know, I mean, when I was young, we didn't have cell phones, so we couldn't be in the know like ASAP like that. We didn't have internet, so all we had was the news that came on a certain time of the day. But my point is this. Without all of that media that we didn't have so many years ago, what happened? Everybody made out the way they were going to make out. Everybody made out fine. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened in this world, whether it was war, whether it was a virus, whether it was sickness, it was handled. And those who were unfortunate to lose their lives, they lose their lives. Now, I don't want y'all to think that I'm sounding like I have no compassion. I have the most compassion for people. But my thing is this. When it's our time, it's our time. If you are living your life and you're living in faith, then you're giving off positive energy. And what you give off is what you get back. Of course, we have the whole bad things happen to good people. But I always tell y'all, you know, it's our reaction to everything. Should you follow the news? And what I'm talking about is this coronavirus right now. That's one of the fair things I'm talking about. I'm going to touch on a few different things. Whatever Spirit brings to my mouth, I'm going to talk about it. Okay. But this whole coronavirus thing, you know, and that's why I had to go there first so y'all can get in the mindset that, you know, we were unaware so many years ago. And yes, this is a new day and age, and I'm grateful for the information. But you have to balance it out. You have to balance it out because, like I said, if you watch the news, We all know that the news is like basically kind of 90 to 80% all bad. And then that last little 10, 20% is something good. So what is that doing to you? What is that doing to your energy? What is that doing to your subconscious? It is instilling fear in you. It's instilling, sadness or despair and depression and things of that nature. You keep hearing a bunch of negative stuff every day. And some people watch the news all 3 times or all 2 times when they talking about the same thing. What do you think it's doing to your subconscious? It's getting in there. You know what I mean? Just like you have a memory of things from when you were a child, things that your mother, your father, or people that you grew up around said to you that made you feel bad about yourself. It's the same thing that the media is doing to you when it's negative media. It's the same thing. I'm sure it's a lot of us out here that can probably remember something when we was a child that someone said that wasn't on TV, that wasn't on the radio, but they said it to us and it might have hurt our feelings. And we can probably recall that moment. And you probably, if you did not work on yourself and you haven't worked through that pain and you haven't forgiven that person or forgiven yourself for whatever it is that happened or whatever it is that they said to you, and you decided that you wanted to grow up with that title over you, then you're still wearing that feeling. So that came from an individual person. Imagine with all of this media flying across your TV screen, flying across your social media screen, flying across your cell phone, your YouTube, whatever, that's negative. What do you think that's doing to you? What do you think that's doing to your emotions, to your energy? We have the opportunity every day that we wake up, guys, to decide if we're going to live life in fear or in faith. And that is with everything. With everything. I'm not just talking about this coronavirus thing that's going around, but I want to put y'all up on game. Check this out. If you really think about this, and again, this is not me not being compassionate about what's going on. No, I'm taking precaution. I'm staying clean. I'm washing my hands. I'm making sure I don't shake everybody's hand, giving a fist bump, all of that stuff. There are certain things, precautions that we owe it to ourselves to take on a daily without this whole thing coming across the media. You know what I'm saying? We are supposed to be up on our hygiene. We are supposed to, make sure that if we feel a little scratch in our throat, we take care of ourselves. And if it gets too bad, we go to the doctor or whatever. We're supposed to be up on ourselves, be up on our kids, our loved ones. If there are people that don't want to go to the doctor or whatever like that, we're supposed to be up on us. But we're also supposed to check into what are these viruses doing to our bodies? What is, all of a sudden, this is a new virus coming out. I mean, come on, y'all. We got to start thinking. Some people call me this conspiracist, but check this out. I kind of looked up a little bit real quick since Spirit kind of brought this whole title to me at the last minute, as always. But think about all the different viruses that we have faced throughout time. And I'm only going to just name a few of them. We faced the smallpox. We had AIDS. We had HIV. And not to say all of these viruses are still around, but they're not talked about as much. Ebola, rabies, and influenza. I can't even say the word. But anyway, the bad case of the flu. Okay. And all of a sudden they let it hit everybody, and then all of a sudden, we have a cure. We have a vaccine. Everybody, come get this vaccine. Come get the flu shot. But then one year, the flu shot, it was only 25% effective. Majority of the people that got the flu shot got the flu really bad. I know, because my mom did. Time and time again. I was on her so hard. Why do you keep getting this shot? It makes you sick as I don't know what. I thought she was half dying a couple of times. You know what I mean? I've never to date had a flu shot. I mean, my thing is, what did we do before this? Where did it all of something come from? You get what I'm saying? Like, we got to start thinking, guys. Like, And we just got to know how to check into natural remedies, which was here before prescriptions. All our ancestors healed themselves with the natural remedies that God placed on this earth for us. You know what I mean? But then when medicine came about and when, the hospitals came about, yes, you should check up on yourself. But my thing is this: don't just take whatever the doctor gives you just because they have a name tag that says doctor. Shoot, some shit could have, and this is no disrespect to the doctors. I'm grateful for the doctors. I'm grateful for the nurses, everybody in the medical field, everybody. But that doesn't excuse the fact that we are responsible for checking into side effects and things of that nature. And why is it that we need certain things? You know what I'm saying? We are responsible for ourselves, like I said, to make sure that we maintain our health the best way we can. Again, I'm not turning a blind eye to it, but if we as a collective start living more in faith instead of in fear, then guess what? That energy of all of this stuff that's coming out here, this negative stuff that's trying to come up on us, you'd be surprised. Think about it. Nobody talks about smallpox like that anymore, or the rabies, or, it's almost like now they got a cure for AIDS. You get what I'm saying? It's like they had the cure all along. Come on, y'all. We gotta start really opening up our eyes to things and start choosing faith over fear. And just knowing that if you're doing the best you can with your life, if you're living life in a positive way and you're doing the best you can as into taking care of you, your kids, your family or whatever, then if it's your time, it's your time. I hate to say that's the harsh truth though. If it's your time, it's your time. You might not go from a virus. You might go from, I don't want to put that out there, but any type of bizarre accident. You get what I'm saying? So I say all of that part to say, live your freaking life. Stop watching the news. You got the information. You know what to do to protect yourself. You know how to prevent it the best way you can. Walk in that. Stop listening to stuff over and over again and getting that in your subconscious to the point that now every time you walk around, you looking at somebody, you don't want to. Come on, y'all. We gotta get better with this. And this is why I'm so grateful to God that it's been some years now that I have not had a TV. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm cool with having a TV. I am. But I just find myself being more productive and getting more done without watching TV. Do I watch TV? I watch more so Netflix or things of that nature, and maybe binge watch a certain series or whatever like that when my son is home from college, or if I got a friend or over, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that. But that new stuff, I'm good. I always find out what I need to know. God always gives me the information. Trust and believe. There's enough of y'all out there that watch the news that let me know what's going on. And I have a cell phone that I can Google what's going on and find out what I want to read, or watch a YouTube video and find out what I want to know and cut it off when I want. So that's one thing that I just wanted to touch on as far as fear, the difference of fear and faith. You know what I'm saying? We have to have the faith that you are protected, that you just put your prayers out there to whoever it is that you pray, whichever higher being, which I hope you all know that there is a higher being that is protecting us. Whoever you call your higher being that's protecting us. You know what I'm saying? And that that you're not walking in bitterness and unforgiveness in your heart, because that is when certain things attack us, as the word says, the Bible says, and other holistic books say in different ways. Basically what you fear is going to come on you. And that's with anything in life. If you fear you're going to die a certain way and you don't cut that to a head, chances are that might just happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wishing that on nobody. But my thing is, when fear comes on you in your mind in any type of way, you need to start thinking of something that's positive, that's the opposite of that. You get what I'm saying? You need to picture yourself at your safest moment in life, your happiest moment in life. If you are, say you're in a relationship or whatever, and you fear that is not, maybe all your relationships didn't go right, and all of a sudden you in this good relationship, and because your past relationships didn't go right, you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to end a disaster. Every day you're waiting for something bad to happen. It's going to happen. Trust me, because that's the energy that you're giving that relationship. It has to return to you as the law of attraction. But if you're looking at it in a positive way, okay, this is a new beginning for me. This is a new relationship. Or you've been married before or whatever. And your ex-wife, your ex-husband did you dirty or whatever like that. You don't just close your life off to not receiving that blessing again with someone new that God might bring in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because that experience didn't go well. Because that's what it is, an experience. That's what life is all about. The experiences that come in our lives is what shape our so-called fearful energy and our faithful energy. It's what teaches us what to have, how to have faith, and how to let go of fear. Because fear is false evidence appearing real. And it is so true. Because my thing is, for real, if you look at whatever it is in life that you have feared in the past or that you're fearing now, like, why? It didn't even happen yet. So why are you fearing it? It didn't even happen yet. Because most of the time people fear stuff that didn't even happen. So why are you even thinking in that way, with that energy, with that filled emotion? Why? You have to get to the core of that as to why it is that something is affecting your life so much that it's like keeping you from maybe doing something that can elevate your life, doing something that can take your life or take you to the next level. Stepping out there on faith, believing that God really has your back, your front, your side, your middle, whatever. You have to set your mindset and you have to pray about it. If you are so filled with fear about a certain thing, you got kids and you fearing that something's going to happen to them or whatever like that, you better cut that, because trust me, believe, you fearing stuff over your kids will make certain things happen to them. And you don't even realize that. That is an energy that you're sending their way. Energy is everything, guys. Like, I had to learn that myself. And if you've been following the show, you know that I tell y'all, whatever conversation I come on here talking about, whatever topic I come on here talking about, I'm talking to me too. I'm reminding myself as well to make sure that if an opportunity come my way or somebody come across my path or whatever situation happens, that I don't allow it to get me in fear. You know what I'm saying? I have started over 50 times in my life. Do you think that, fear might not try to come on me and say, okay, wow, can I make it this time? This last relocation that I just did, man, it was a doozy. I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? But did I look at other times that I had to relocate and move and stuff like that and say, damn, yeah, I did. And it's times that I was like, damn, what's going on, God? Why? Come on now. What's going on? It was times I was in that moment. But that's what it was. A moment. That's all I gave it. A moment. Okay. So this is what I'm facing. Okay. So this is a different situation. Okay. What have I learned from my past relocations or my past moves? What have I learned? What worked? What didn't work? You know what I'm saying? And when I applied the things that did work, they really didn't work this go round. When I applied certain methods that I've used along the way in my journey when I had to relocate, they really didn't work this time. And so I had to sit with myself and dig strong into my faith. Like, hold up, God. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm your favorite child, because I always say that. Some people don't be feeling that. No, you should be saying to God, I know I'm your favorite child and you got me as well. You know what I'm saying? Because God loves us all. Loves us all. Because when you look back at every situation that you've ever been in your life, I guarantee you learned something from it. And if you were willing to face whatever that situation was, you know what I'm saying, then you grew from it. But only if you were ready to face it. Only if you were ready to do some self-reflection as to whatever that situation was, whatever the relationship was. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can learn how you grew from a certain situation or a certain mentality that you might have had in the past when maybe you were stuck in fear. You had a certain mentality at that time. Like, why? You really have to ask yourself why. You really have to sit with yourself and, take accountability as to what stopped you from losing out on certain opportunities in your life. There are many opportunities that come across our path in our lives. And some of those opportunities can take us to the next level or, help us to meet people that can just add to our lives or, pull the potential out of us or just help us to get to the best version of ourselves. Let me say it that way. But sometimes we could be in such fear of trying something new or maybe taking someone's suggestion or, doing something new that it makes us lose out on that opportunity that God literally was given to us on a silver platter. And then we turn around and we be like, well, God, why, why haven't I had a better job opportunity? Why haven't I, met a better person? But yet God already offered that to you and you just straight didn't take it because you was in fear as to the outcome before the outcome even happened. So this is what I'm saying about choosing faith over fear and knowing when you are living in fear instead of in faith, when you are not being optimistic about, good outcomes happening to you. And I get it, y'all. I totally get it. I've had so many jacked up situations that I had to walk through. So I can say this to y'all. Anybody that know me, know my life, come on. I definitely have a PhD in shit happening. You know what I mean? The shit of life. I really do have that for real school of the earth of the lessons learned degree, without the doggone robe and the hat to graduate from it. And I apologize, y'all. I did have to pull over at a gas station because I'm out and about. It's a beautiful day out here for the first time. And yesterday was too, but it's been so rainy out here, so rainy. But with that being said too, I wanted to talk on so I met this young man today. Since it's been raining, I haven't been able to get out with my little Uber network and stuff like that. But I was like, let me go out today, even though I only did 2 rides. But in those 2 rides, and that's so good. That's what's so good about it. I don't know why I can't talk. It seems like sometimes I just come out every now and then and I might only do a couple rides, just, and then I stop. But I always meet great people or people that might, as I say, we share. So I met this young man and if you've been following the show, you know that I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. So this young man was from Philadelphia. We got to talking. He was only 21 years old. And I'm like, what? So he said he was out here for 3 months. If he listening, what's up? We're going to link up. We're going to help you out. So, we got to talking or whatever. And I was asking him, I'm like, so he said he was out here for 3 months. And I said, what made you choose to relocate to Georgia from PA? Because I always like to know that. Sometimes it's jobs, it's different reasons. So he said, my girlfriend. I was like, wow, at 21, what? Your girlfriend talked you in? I was like, kudos to you, So, and he shared with me that, at first he wasn't going to come. And I was like, yeah, I know, a lot of people that grow up in certain places, they're kind of fearful of change and fearful of the unknown. So he said, he kind of was, in certain words, he said that was him, and he almost didn't come. And since he's been here within these 3 months, he said he used to smoke, smoke weed a lot or whatever like that. And he said, I guess it's weed. You know what? He didn't clarify, but I don't want to stigmatize that he was young. It was just weed. It could have been cigarettes. I would hope it was just either one. But he stopped smoking. So obviously it was a bad habit to him. He stopped smoking, got a good job and all of this whole bit, all in 3 months. And he just realized like it's a better way of life. He started his clothing line and things of that nature. So, he ready to do the damn thing. And I asked him, how you feel about it? And he's like, he feel like it was a good decision. And he just loves, he realized that it's really true about what they say about the hospitality out here of people from Georgia and how different it is. Nothing against Philly again. Every state, every city has their stuff, but every city and every state has a certain mentality as well. Because I've been around different places. And, so we were busting it up like that. And so that's another thing about how a perfect example of how if he would have stayed stuck in fear because he didn't know what Georgia was about. He didn't know what the outcome was going to be. He didn't know if he was going to like it or not, or like the people or whatever like that. And he would have stayed stuck in fear, stayed stuck in his comfort zone. Then guess what? He would have still been doing the same damn thing. He would have still been smoking and living his life to whatever, whatever way he was, and not seeing any growth within himself. But within 3 months, I'm pretty sure it's safe for me to say from our conversation, he has seen some growth within himself. But it all started with him choosing faith over fear. Y'all see how that goes? He would have never known for himself how things would have turned out for him and his girlfriend had he not taken that step and walked into the unknown with faith. And this is how it works, guys. We have to stop holding ourselves back and thinking that just because something didn't work 1 time, 2 times, in my case, 50 times, or whatever, 30 times with jobs, whatever. And just know that when it's your time to shine, it's your time to shine. God is going to hand you the torch when you're ready for that torch. You get what I'm saying? But you won't never know when you're ready for the torch if you don't run after the torch. You get what I'm saying? You got to run after the torch. You can't, even if your life is great right now, it can always be greater, or not even just that. If your life is great right now, and if you go step out and go meet new people or go into the unknown, how do you know whose life you are assigned to inspire? By showing them how great, your life turned out and the things that you've walked through and the things that, in your life that you made it through. How do you know that one conversation with someone from you going and venturing out to another state or another city, or maybe going out to a networking event or just something different that you never done before? How do you know that you might not meet a person that's not for you, but you're for them? Your whole conversation was a blessing to them. We got to walk through life knowing that it's not just about us getting blessings. It's about us blessing people too. Us helping people get filled with faith. and helping them to get rid of the fear in their lives and know that, God really does want the best for us. But there are certain lessons that we all have to learn throughout our lives to get us on the path that we need to be as individuals. And I say this all the time. My journey is not your journey. Your journey is not my journey. Your journey is not, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your mothers, your father's journey. You know what I'm saying? The way they live life is not the way you supposed to live life. We are supposed to get further than our parents. We are supposed to, add more than our parents was able to add. And that's nothing against our parents. That is just us learning how to evolve as a collective, as a world. Because that's the thing. If we don't learn more than our parents learn, then how can we evolve as a world? How can we evolve as a planet? That's just like, when I was young, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have computers. We didn't have internet. You know what I'm saying? We had the freaking wall phone that me and my cousin used to sneak on late at night because we couldn't be on the phone after 8 and be arguing over whose turn is it that if we was on the line and somebody else tried to call, the line was busy. So you had to wait it out or maybe talk to the person the next day. You know what I'm saying? Or either if the person wasn't home, you had to know that person to figure out, where are they hanging out at? And you would figure it out and you would get with that person when it was your time to get with that person. Y'all get what I'm saying? But we worked through all of that. And then the next generation came and then, people sort of new inventions and new ways to take us further. And then we had the big cell phone. Then we had the pager. Then we had the Skywalk or something like that. Sidekick or something like that. Then we had the big behind cell phone that was really a weapon. And then the flip phone. And then the smartphone. You get what I'm saying? The Nokia phone or whatever like that. Everything has to, just like things move to different levels in life, the technology, the things that can help us to make our lives better, we as a people, as individuals, should be looking for the same thing for our lives. That we can look back every year and see how we have evolved from the last year, from the last 5 years. How is our mindset? Even if you're still in the same place as far as where you live or where you work, I'm saying your mindset. What is your mindset? Where's your mindset at? What do you want for yourself that's different than you wanted for yourself 5 years ago, 10 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Do you want more for yourself now? Have you evolved to the point, do you know new people now? You know what I'm saying? Are you going out there to meet new people? Are you going out there to do new things so that you can learn more about yourself? You can't learn more about yourself always dealing with the same freaking people. I don't know why I'm so hyped today about this, but I don't know. Maybe it's just so much action going on all around me while I'm sitting, but it's the truth. I don't care how many times I moved. I evolved as a person. You know what I mean? My mentality, my spirit, my soul is on a different level now. Because I can look back 10 years ago and think about certain situations, certain challenges that I was faced with, and I had zero patience. I was, you know what I'm saying? I might have been, not stressed, but like, God, I don't know, just excited about a situation, like in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like my emotions was all over the place. Now I'm so freaking calm. I don't care. I know how to, determine who I need to be around, who I don't need to be around. I know how to determine what type of relationships I need to have with people. I know how to fall back from people. I know how to, you know what I'm saying? When people need me, be there for people or whatever like that. I know how to make sure that I am respecting myself and I'm valuing myself enough that I will not allow other people to disrespect me and devalue who I am. You know what I'm saying? But still love those people. Still have love for those people. Still pray for those people. And I do. I still pray for them people. But I know that we all have different levels as to when certain things are going to click within us to know that, okay, you know what? I got to start respecting myself more. I got to start valuing myself. I got to start having more faith that life is going to work out for me. I got to have more faith that I can do this thing. I can, I can create this invention. I can have the dream that I've been dreaming for all these years. I'm capable of learning this new skill. I'm capable of going back to school after all of these years and retaining information. I'm capable. I am. Because we are all here and we all have the same 24 hours in a day. You know what I mean? We all have the same type of blood, maybe different types of blood, but you know what I'm saying? We all have bones and skeletons and, all of this stuff. It's all about what we do with it. That's what get us the results at the end of the day. What are you doing with your time? Who are you spending your time with? You know what I'm saying? Is that person a person that lives in fear? Is that person a person that lives in faith? Because that's what's going to affect your energy as well. Who are you around? Are you around a bunch of complainers? A bunch of gossipers? Is that who you hang around every day? A bunch of people that can't see themselves going any further in life than where they are right now? Who are you hanging around? Who are your closest 5 friends? Look at them. Ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if those 5 friends are not feeding you great energy and pushing you and letting you know like, yo, you got this. You got this. Yeah, you could do it. Or y'all not sharing with each other and encouraging each other and motivating each other when each other has some type of idea or, you down and you saying like, no, you know what? Don't worry about that. It's okay. That didn't work out, but you can do it. Those are the type of people I surround myself with. I surround myself with people that believe that I can do it just as well as I believe that they can do it. That's the type of energy I like to exchange. You know what I'm saying? And when the energy comes along that don't agree with that, that it gets no time with me anymore. See, before I used to entertain energy from people that was just like made me be like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Because this is my thing. You can't help people that don't want to help themselves. And that was a hardcore lesson that I had to learn. You cannot help people that don't want to help themselves. You can only speak words of encouragement. You can only pray for them, but you can't force people to be and to do the things that you know would be more beneficial to them. Let me say it that way. You cannot have somebody force somebody to change their attitude, their outlook for themselves or with life. Only thing you can do is lead by example. Just like they say Jesus did, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever, Buddha, whoever you pray to, you know what I'm saying? You pray to them because they have led by example in your eyes. And you pray to them because you want to get in that vibe where you can walk that way, where you can, be that way, be that type of person that the spiritual leaders that came before us was. This is why we pray to them. I mean, do you pray to negative people? No, you don't pray to negative people. So why do you want to be around negative people? Why do you want to think negative and why do you want to hold on to negative emotions? Why do you want to fill your ears and your subconscious with negativity? Why? That's what we got to start thinking about, guys. We got to start shaking off that stuff that don't make us feel good about ourselves, that don't make us feel good about life, that don't make us feel good about our environment, our atmosphere, our surroundings. We got to step away from that stuff and want more for us. You know what I mean? We have to want more for us, especially if you have kids, whether it be small or large. You know what I'm saying? Small or large. I mean, toddlers or adults, because at the end of the day, they're going to look at you first. And you don't got to say a word. You just got to walk the way you know it is meant for you to walk, if it's in a positive way. so that you can inspire them one day. It might not be right away. It might not be this year. It might not be next year. It might not be 10 years from now. But if you be consistent in being the best version of yourself, it will one day click with those people, that your loved ones that you might have to hold, be away from with a long hand or whatever like that, that you have to just kind of like love them from afar. One day it'll click. One day it'll click. And maybe, they'll come back in your life, and maybe they won't. Maybe it'll be when you're still alive. Maybe it won't. But if you just keep sending the prayers out there to them, guess what? It'll eventually happen. It will. So I was just going and going. I just been on a tangent today. So guys, I'm going to stop the show today. And I want to enjoy the rest of this nice weather, because I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Darn it. I just want to say that, choose, y'all. Every day, we have a new beginning every day that you open up your eyes. Be grateful for that. Start off with that. Give thanks to God, to whoever you pray to. Give thanks, and, Allah or whoever you give thanks to, and say thank you for giving me a brand new start, a brand new day. Help me to reframe my mindset. Help me with my emotions. Help me to get rid of this fear within me. Help me, God. Help me, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whoever you pray to. Help me with this, okay? Help me, my guardian angels, to think, to breathe, to live, to feel the way it's intended for me. And that's in a positive light, So I'm going to leave y'all with that. And until next Sunday, I never get a chance to say, follow me on IG if you're still listening. Follow me on IG, Instagram, Chronicles of Living without the G. I'm getting better. I am, y'all. I'm working on it. I got to do one social media at a time. Follow me on YouTube, Chronicles of Living without the G, Livin. And like I said, I'm working at it, okay? And thank you for supporting the books, Visionary Dreamer, 90-Day Journal, and Transform Your Life. Discover Your Purpose Workbook, available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. Just type in the search for both sites, April ADionne Williams, ADionne Williams, and the books come up. And I'm so glad it's helping those who've already purchased them. I'm so glad it's helping y'all. So until next Sunday, this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit, y'all. And definitely from this day forward, make sure, self-check every day. Are you in fear or are you in faith? Inspire others to walk in faith, okay? I love you guys with all my being. Deuces, peace, and hair grease. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.